Cardano's Alonzo upgrade was a success. We saw over 100 smart contracts deployed within the first 24 hours of the upgrade, but now things are starting to pick up, and this could have major impacts on Cardano's price. So in today's video, we're going to go over everything you need to know, and we're going to try and keep this quick. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback about the shorter videos, so you guys enjoy these shorter updates. Let me know by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on the bell notifications, and also if you want exclusive content, make sure to check out our Patreon group. We still have 3 spots remaining in there. You'll get access to the $700,000 portfolio on Robinhood, $200,000 portfolio on Webull, and other exclusive content in the Discord. Anyways, right now we are seeing a couple of interesting things happening with the overall crypto market. So first is that we have seen the golden cross take place for Bitcoin, like we have mentioned. However, this time it's different. Previously, when we saw the golden cross take place, it was after a long period of consolidation, a long crypto winter, and that helped to trigger a 600% rally in the price of Bitcoin. That was back in May of 2020. Now it's different because we just recently had a major rally in crypto, reaching record highs within the last couple of months. So this golden cross is not the same as what we have seen previously. Even though historically a golden cross is very, very optimistic, is a very bullish sign for crypto, it's a little different this time around. So we're going to have to keep a close eye out on if we're going to be able to sustain this break of the 50-day moving average above the 200-day moving average, or if it's just going to be a short-term thing. This is going to be very important for the overall crypto market and and its impact on prices like Cardano. Second thing going on, it's still very bullish though. Second thing going on is with Ethereum. Ethereum is starting to see a lot of Ether withdrawn from exchanges. We saw over $1.2 billion worth of Ethereum withdrawn from exchanges. And we're seeing the same thing happen with Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin supply on exchanges is reaching record lows. So what this shows us is that overall sentiment is very, very high, very optimistic, and very positive for crypto. We're seeing a lot of Ethereum taken off of exchanges, means people have no plans of selling it anytime soon. They are planning on holding it long term. That's very bullish. We're seeing the same thing happen with Bitcoin. So we're seeing both Bitcoin and altcoins have record low supply on exchanges, which means people are moving their crypto to cold storage, have no plans of selling it, and that is very, very bullish for overall crypto. And then the third thing going on, again, is going to be with Bitcoin, with the overall market, and this is another very bullish indicator. So right now, like we said, we are seeing record lows in terms of supply for Bitcoin on exchanges. This is important not only because it shows people are optimistic long term about Bitcoin, but it also shows that the second we start to see a lot of buying pressure, there's a lot of demand for Bitcoin, it's going to cause a supply squeeze for Bitcoin. We could see Bitcoin's price easily skyrocket to new record highs when we start to see an influx of demand to buy Bitcoin. Because think about it, if you have a lot of people who want to buy Bitcoin, not a lot of supply on exchanges, well, all of that is going to help push Bitcoin's price up. So right now, everything is looking very optimistic with the market. The only thing is we need to keep an eye out on the golden cross, because it's not the same. Like this time, having a golden cross is not the same as having a golden cross after a long crypto winter. We recently had record highs, so we just need to make sure we can sustain that break and still see the 50-day moving average stay above the 200-day moving average. Anyways, with Cardano, recently we spoke about how within the first 24 hours of Cardano's Alonzo upgrade, we saw that there were 100 smart contracts rolled out. Charles Hoskinson talked about this on Twitter, and we talked about this in the video the other day. He said how it was very optimistic, very good. It shows how Cardano's Alonzo upgrade was a success. But the interesting thing is this was just the beginning. Within 4 days of Cardano's Alonzo upgrade, we had seen it go from 100 smart contracts processed and deployed on Cardano's blockchain to 2,000 smart contracts 4 days later. So the first 24 hours, we saw 100 smart contracts. Within the first 4 days, we saw 2,000 smart contracts deployed. This is absolutely huge. This shows us how much demand there is for Cardano's blockchain, how many developers are looking for cheaper alternatives to Ethereum, and how Cardano seems to be one of the most attractive options for developers. So let's go over a couple of things with this before we get into the price. So now that Cardano has seen over 2,000 smart contracts in 4 days, it shows us that we're seeing an accelerated timeline for smart contracts on Cardano's blockchain. We're seeing that it's growing exponentially with more and more developers picking it every single day. And while most of these smart contracts are not going to take effect right now, they're in something that is called a time lock. Well, even though they're not going to take place right away, the important thing is that developers have already created them in advance of them like releasing projects or releasing tokens. So what this shows us is that even though a number of these smart contracts are not going to be executed just yet, it shows us that all these developers are making plans for moving forward. They're making plans to launch new projects, making plans to launch new tokens. They're making a lot of plans to build on the Cardano ecosystem. So they're sort of just getting their spot on the blockchain right now, preparing smart contracts for when that does happen. So we're getting some concerns, some people saying, oh, there's like 2,000 smart contracts on Cardano, but there's a catch. The catch is that, look, not all of them are going to be executed right away, but what this shows me is I'm not worried about this. It shows me that there are thousands of developers that are very optimistic about Cardano, that have plans of building projects on Cardano, and they've already sort of committed to building on Cardano. By putting smart contracts on the Cardano blockchain, they're saying, look, we're going with Cardano. So even though a lot of these aren't going to be executed just yet, it shows us, because they're in time lock, it shows us that they're planning on launching very soon, and many developers have big plans for Cardano, which only increases my conviction about Cardano's price and Cardano potentially being an Ethereum killer. Next thing I want to talk about is with Cardano's price. So right now, Cardano has been fluctuating between $2.30 per coin and $2.75 per coin. Interesting thing that has happened recently is that many analysts have said Cardano is just at the start. Once we could see it break above $3 per coin, we are going to start to see record highs. And while there is 100% absolutely no way to know how high Cardano's price is going to go in this bull market or when it's going to break out, there's no way to know for sure. A couple of interesting things we can look at. So according to a research report from venture capital firm called Outlier Ventures, they came out and said that Cardano has been one of the most developed projects in cryptocurrency over the last 2 years. But the interesting thing is we're just starting to see a pickup in the number of developers flocking to Cardano because of the recent rollout of smart contracts. And in the report, they explain how now they believe that we are just about to see a massive increase in Cardano's price, because right now, Ethereum, a lot of the money in Ethereum is made up of people wanting to get into NFTs because of decentralized finance applications and all of this Ethereum that is required for these applications and for buying NFTs. Cardano doesn't yet have that. Yet Cardano is still ranked number 3 in terms of market cap. So now that we're starting to see smart contracts deployed on Cardano, now that we're seeing thousands of commits and smart contracts in time lock and new projects being ready to be rolled out on Cardano, this shows us that people are going to need to buy Cardano to simply execute transactions on all of these new projects, to buy NFTs on Cardano. And as we start to see more and more projects rolled out on Cardano, it's going to mean more people are going to need to own it to process these transactions and to use these applications. Right now, Ethereum already has that. That's why we see Ethereum's price so high, but Cardano doesn't yet have that advantage of having thousands of dApps and a huge NFT network. So we're about to see that explode. Second thing going on with Cardano is going to be with regards to the upcoming event on September 25th. We talked about this the other day, but quickly I want to talk about it because I think it's going to have big impacts on the price. This is with regards to Sidney Vollmer, who is one of the heads. He is the head of brand and comms at the Cardano Foundation. He hinted at a major partnership moving forward that they're going to be announcing on September 25th. I think this could be the exact catalyst that we were waiting for to see Cardano's price finally break out. We have seen Cardano's price consolidate for the last couple of weeks, but I think this event Cardano Summit on September 25th could be the catalyst we need to start seeing a breakout in Cardano's price. So ultimately, I am very bullish on Cardano. I have no plans on selling it anytime soon, but there is a lot of exciting stuff going on Cardano's network, between more and more smart contracts being deployed every single day, to seeing a number of developers choose to build their projects. And there's a lot of exciting stuff going on with Cardano. Last thing I almost forgot before we wrap up today's video is going to be with a couple of projects moving forward on Cardano's ecosystem. So we've talked about the price, how we could see $8 to $10 per coin, but there's not 100% way of knowing. We've talked about smart contracts, but one thing with Cardano's ecosystem is that we are seeing a number of projects and a number of dApps already in the works and already have big plans of launching soon. I want to go over a couple of these. So one of them is Greed, which is a rewards token distributed back to Cardano's ADA holders. It's in like the music industry. We're seeing Liquid, which is an open source and non-custodial liquidity protocol for interest rate curves. We're seeing Singularity NET, a platform that lets anyone create, share, and monetize artificial intelligence. We're seeing Cardax, the first ever decentralized exchange on Cardano. We're seeing ADAX, another decentralized exchange. We're seeing CNFT. We're seeing so many platforms build and developers choose to build platforms on Cardano. And these are just a few, but we are just at the beginning to see a massive influx of developers moving over to Cardano because of cheap transaction fees relative to Ethereum, to see all of these people move over to Cardano. And it's very exciting because people who think they might have missed out, there's still a lot of upside for Cardano in the DeFi space. DeFi is finally starting to explode, and Cardano is helping to lead the way. So anyways, that's what's going on with Cardano. Wanted to get this video out to you guys. But if you guys own Cardano, let me know in the comments down below. Just let me know by commenting down ADA or Cardano. And hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next episode. See you guys.